once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and deep love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and I'm so grateful for all of you who may find my words and join with me today because, man, oh man, I feel like I got a lot to say. And at the same time, I don't. I really don't. But, oh man, where to begin? Obviously with gratitude and especially, a little heads up for the folks who tune in later after the live, speed me up. You hear me just fine. We'll go through the thumbnail, but the topic today, do you think you know you? Try learning a bit more. I encourage you. That's what we're going to talk about today. Because here's where the thought just struck me as I was just, doing the final thing, getting myself prepared behind the screen and ready to hit go live. And I'm like, this Friday night, isn't it? It's Friday night. I'm single. I'm a healthy, virile man. I've got life within me. And I'm going to sit in my room and talk about God. Right? So if you're tuning in, just be aware, a lot of this is God topic for sure on a Friday night. Oh, there's many other things I could be doing. Praise God indeed. I'm grateful to all of you who join me today, sincerely. Oh, wrong one. Whoops. Here. Golly geez, I thought I was set up, and it turns out I wasn't. What was today's? Yeah, today's message was simple and short and sweet. Not a lot of words like yesterday. Let your faith be bigger than your fear. In the background today is a reminder that love is the answer. Peace is the way. And within us, we've all got within us this will, this want, comes from our heart and our memories. And God, of course, but your will, your wants will determine if faith or fear wins for you. I mean, you get to choose. If you choose to lose faith and you embrace the fear, you let the fear win, what do? You quit, you crumble, you fall, and there's guilt and shame involved. I've been there, I've done that. I said no more. No more being without justice and righteousness. No more being moved by anger. There's the feeling of righteous anger, and then there's the being moved by what that feeling is. We don't want to be moved by the dark feelings. We want to bring more kindness into this world. And I'm talking directly at the men, right? This idea I discussed yesterday, that this world will be so much better when men are kinder to men. Because with that, it'll certainly be restored back to the women as well. The masculine patriarchy idea, this mindset of the powerful and controlling and demanding God, and then the powerful and controlling and demanding man. Dude, we've lost touch with balance and reality. The world's all nuts. I was thinking earlier, right? This question, do you think you know you? I bet you don't. I'll bet you money. You don't know you. You might know memories of you. You might think you know you, but you have no clue who you've been or who you're going to become, who you've been in the eyes of others, in the life of another. We don't really know how much we influence each other, but we do influence each other a lot. And God has blessed me in my life. For me, on my path through time, I've been blessed to discover some amazing examples, truly amazing examples of leadership, honor, integrity. It took me a while to recognize it. I used to be afraid of it because a lot of those people were in authority, right? High positions, positions higher than me. But once I got past my fears and I recognized what a blessing I'd been living, right? I had actually some great role models around me, and then I had some poor ones too. And I picked up a lot of bad habits along my way, which where I am today, I've learned how to break a lot of bad habits. So I've had practice with that. I've picked up a few things. I know some successful methods. So for those who are feeling like you don't know what to do to break from the patterns of the past, feel free to reach out. But actually, if you just kind of pay attention to what I'm saying, if you allow yourself to understand what I'm saying so you can try it on for yourself, what I'm hoping to share is really words of encouragement, honest words from the things I've learned. And the goal I'm hoping to achieve by sharing these honest words of encouragement is for you, whoever you might be, to feel better about you in this world. None of us know our destiny. We're lucky if we stumble upon our path, right? We wake up. Many people aren't awake. They're living subconscious lives of routine and programming, right? From the televisions and the education systems, and the chains of obedience are real. Praise God. That brings me a memory of an earlier thought today. See, it is God that is real. Only God is real. But you don't know what is real as much if you're living in your head, right? You're living with all these battles and all these enemies and all these fears and demons and all these clutter, right? If you're living with all that clutter in your head, your awareness of what is real is very limited. This is why the practice of meditation and prayer is life transforming. Okay. And I found some things that work for me, and praise God, man. What I've recognized in myself through the patterns of life, which we all share, we all have different lives, different patterns, but there's similarities in everything, right? Because it is only one thing. It is only God that is happening. What is happening is happening. It is God's grace and will being revealed through us. I heard this earlier today, if I remember it accurately. Through the eyes I see the world. Those are the eyes through which God sees me and sees you. Through your eyes and the eyes of others, you are seen. But the stories that we keep in our heads, this habits of clutter. What was the thought I was thinking earlier? Praise God. This is the way habits are developed. The mind of imagination. The mind of imagination, if not mastered, it can drive you insane, because within the mind of imagination is the analyzing mind. And the analyzing mind has to divide and separate everything in order to identify and judge it, right? So it's the analyzing mind that will get caught up in the details, and then it'll just start looping in confusion. And it just, people lose touch with what's going on around them. They lose sight of what is real. Some of this has been recognized, in some of the military folks with and survivors, right? PTSD, trauma, that shit inside people is real. It affects them, but it moves people who are affected and suffering into a false reality. And the real reality is real, right? To know that which is real, Jesus is the way, right? His way is how you get grafted into God and the greater mind, the greatest mind, the highest mind. It's within you. It's available to you beyond the clutter. See, it's the clutter that comes from the world, in the advertisements, in the song lyrics, in the media, in the gossip, in the whatever it is, sports statistics, whatever, it's clutter from the world. Let it go. Let it be. Let yourself be with the breath that breathes you. And it's in that peace of being with you and being with you in peace, without the clutter, without the chaos and the schedules and the fights and the conflicts and all the worries, and you just let them go so that you be with you in the present. And when you let it go, then you can better understand you. When you detach from all those things and you create a separation from you and those things, you can get a better picture of who you are. Ask yourself, why am I attached to that idea? Why am I attached to that belief? Why am I attached to this routine? Why am I attached to this relationship? Are these things good for me? Am I living someone else's dream, trying to obey someone else's rules, trying to comply, trying to fit in? Or am I just rebelling against everything? Am I just angry and, just screw everyone and screw everything? Nothing is good. I've been there too, man. Praise God, I can understand. The practice of letting go, it's the only way. Let go of you, your old you. Let go of the old habits, the old things that, the things you avoid. Yeah, there you go. It's time to face the things you've avoided about you, the things you didn't want to hear, the things that you didn't want to accept. It's time to go to those things and stop avoiding the ugliness within each of us. It's what I had to do. Honestly, my reputation is what it is. Some of it's real, some of it's not. It's up to God to decide. God reveals the facts. God reveals the truth. It's only through God's grace that anything can be known. Recognize that fact, please. Consider that, please. It is only by God's grace that anything may be known, because in our reality, this physical part, right, to know something means you must be given life. Not just life, but the awareness of life and the freedom to move, to change, to adapt, to grow, to overcome. It's all there. But it's true. God's children are lost sheep, and there are many wolves amongst us, posing as sheep, posing as shepherds, posing as leaders, and they're leading people astray. Donald Trump, Benjamin Netanyahu, calling you out, brothers. And everybody else, too. Men, especially. I think that's the majority of my audience. I don't look at the data a lot. I really don't, because it does, my data disappoints me. I'm so hoping for greater results than what I've found so far. But I believe much of my audience is not young men, but majority men. And I'm speaking to you. It's time, brothers. It is time to bring more kindness into the world, into the family, into the workplace, into the community. It's time for kindness to be led and shown. And we can do that. You know, it takes some courage to be kind in the face of, anger and disappointment and frustration. It takes some courage to do that shit. But I got faith in you, men. You're strong enough. And women, if you got a man around you who's willing to work on himself like that, support his efforts, please. Right? Be a good example. Support him as you lead him into more kindness. Reminding him, correcting him, calling him out politely, right? But men, we can do that too. We don't have to resort to war. We don't have to resort to violence. We can grow up. Stop playing these stupid games of control, dominance. It's all fake. Hey, along those lines, I got a lot to say, and I'm certainly open to any questions. For those who may wish to join, from those who are present, feel free. I will entertain most, at least for a few moments. But please, the goal is more kindness, especially here. That's all I ask. Along those lines, I thought I used to know me. I thought I was kind. I thought I was generous. I thought I was good. I thought I was a good dude. And then life happened. Things changed. I got to see myself and hear about myself from others who didn't see me the same way. Right? So my beliefs were rocked. Everyone was right. I could have done better. And when I recognized that about myself, this was back in 2018, after I got sober, went through detox, found sobriety, worked with a sponsor, in meditation, a guided meditation, talking about letting go. I did. And I felt free and renewed. And I wondered why I didn't do it before. And then when I recognized how many hours, months, years of my life I spent angry, unhappy, how many years, how much time was wasted, I dropped to my knees, man. I cried. And here I'm feeling it right now again, right? The guilt and the shame is real, dude. Don't waste your life. Don't sit around waiting for someone else to tell you what to do, for you to do what's right. Whoever you are, we're all in this life together, man. I saw something here. Whoops. Please, I'm open. What was this? Why would an attorney return mail and style my business address and name improperly. It appears as a malicious attempt of using U.S. mail to create joinder. Style my business address and name improperly. This might be one of those examples of the analyzing mind taking over, going too far. I'm not sure what other evidence there might be to support a malicious attempt to create joinder. It's really easy to connect dots circumstantially and make assumptions, but please do not. Please do not. The world and its systems profit on fear, obedience, and compliance. Okay. But the world systems and control that operate from fear and control, they exploit the ignorant. They exploit your trust. And they exploit the fact that you trust them being the systems, okay? You trust in the banking system, you trust in the government system, you trust in the police system, the military, you trust the systems to give you a safe place to live. But it does not. It exploits those who are unaware of what this beast system is doing. Profits come from exploitation. We've got to change the value system collectively. No individual is going to get anything done, but I tell you what, you get the right people, the right ideas together, the right time, praise God, miracles happen. And brothers and sisters, I feel as though I am one of the right guys at the right time with the right ideas. And I want to get in front of Congress and Donald Trump and the entire administration, including those representing the UN. And I'm not joking. I'm not joking at all. I feel like someone's got to do something. Said that a long time ago. And then I started looking around. Why not me? I'm willing. I'm able. I believe I can communicate competently. I just need an opportunity, baby. I just need an opportunity. I've been praying to God for a long time. Put me in. Put me in the game again, God. Put me in. I feel I'm ready, coach. And God says, nah, you ain't ready, son. You ain't ready, son. Keeping you hidden still. Only a few get to know about you, Jack Talcott. It's not yet ready. The Live Without Fear, I tried to relaunch the website. It still hasn't happened. It was supposed to happen like within a couple of days, but it didn't, still hasn't happened. So God's like, nah, kid. Nah, son. You still got some developing to do. You still got some inner darkness to overcome. And then God brought me, oh, so many snafu, Tommy, lots of it, lots of examples of angry men. Show me, I guess, my susceptibility to return into the childish games of trauma, because that's what anger brings. Guys, this conversation came up earlier today regarding righteous anger and allowing the anger to flow. To be honest, every time I've done that, I felt bad. I really have. Even if I didn't hurt anyone, just my tone was too harsh. You know, I did this, I did that. I never felt good after I did it. And so I've been learning really to try and back off from those things. I've been trying many things. Hey, blessings. I appreciate that. I could have prepared much better. That was clear to me. And this is part of this too. I've tried speaking to other great communicators, like the guy at the Think Institute. Um, he's a brilliant, he knows debate. Oh, and Wi-Fi Gospel. Those two guys, they know how to articulate and beautifully argue, present the Christian fundamentals from biblical perspectives. And so I've been trying to learn from others. And you know what? The reality is all of us are learning as we go. And that brings us into the topic today, right? Do you think you know you? If you do, if you do think you know you, open yourself up to a different idea of you. I say that because there's a lot of people, they're so full of themselves. They don't see themselves. They're just full of themselves, just bloated and opinions and anger and drama. And it's just like, whoa, dude, whoa, chill, calm down, man. So those people, they got a strong cling to their identity. And I used to be that way, man. I used to yell so much. This is before I got online, too. So you're so friggin' hilarious, Snafu. I was thinking about you earlier. You do not see you. You do not know you. You think you know you. You think you know me, but your analyzing mind, it's out of whack. You don't know what is real. It's like, try learning more. That's the secret. Actually, you know what? That's the simplest solution. It's so simple, so obvious. This is what tells me God is real. God is so amazing. So just beyond words. It's just perfection. It's fucking brilliant. The way everything is designed, the way everything works. It's just everything happens based upon some divine order and timing and plan. But if you're not present in your experience, if you're not considering and receiving what the world is showing you, well, you're missing out on the life you're living. We're here to learn and grow in knowledge and consciousness, right? Consciousness is a mystery. The philosophers and scientists, they've tried, identifying clearly, but it's a mystery. The fact that you wake up, you disappear each night into dreamland, and then you return to consciousness again, it's magic. It really is. And there's levels to mind. Some of the hermetic ideas, hermetic wisdom, the ancient explanations, the all is mental, all is mind. Everything you're going to perceive or experience is going to be through the limitations and perceptions of your mind. So each of us is limited by our mind, by our awareness, what we know about ourselves, about this experience. But we're part of an unfolding of a greater awareness. We're part of an unfolding of a greater consciousness of I believe it could be said we're part of an unfolding of a greater physical manifestation of love than has ever been before. All that is possible. Praise God. See, this is why I like doing this online, because I don't even remember what I just said now, but it felt right. Something about an expansion of love. That's what we are. Love is who you are. Only you can separate yourself from love. God is love, right? Love reveals all things. Love brings light into being. That's you and me. We are the light that came into being here in this dark time on earth to wonder, what are you going to do? What am I going to do? I used to do real hard to make sure I complied and I obeyed and I followed along and I did everything I could to be right. I failed. And then I had to get used to failing. And failing sucks. Failing sucks, man. No one likes losing, especially me. I used to get real angry about it. Matter of fact, I used to have such a fear about losing that if there was something I didn't think I could do well, I couldn't succeed at and do well, like dancing, I wouldn't even try. Wouldn't even try it. So I never learned how to move my body with rhythm, to be honest. I don't dance well. But this is my karmic path, and I've learned to love who I am with all my stupidities, all my foolishness, all my past flaws. I've learned how to forgive myself. I've learned how to forgive others. If I find others, they keep giving me a lot of practice. Lots of reasons to forgive are found. It's like, holy cows, man, when is enough? When do you stop already? My mind drifts off to God quite often. Hey, yeah, you know what? I did visit Ben and Grace earlier today. They were streaming. I kind of invited myself in. I think I was helpful in changing the energy a little bit because there was some things said, and they actually invited me to be part of their growth and their journey. And I'm always willing to help others, you know. I'm always willing to help until I'm not. And that's been part of my problem. I don't always know when I shouldn't step in. I've had people complain that I force ideas on them, I push too hard, I drag them. Dude, Snafu, that's something Chemo complained about me, man. He recognized I was on a profound spiritual path. He saw me as a godly man before the other accusations came up. And he told me that I was pushing him too hard. I was challenging too many of his beliefs too quickly. So he wanted to slow down and live his way, not not open to working with me. It would be interesting how many times Snafu says Jack every day. It's like, holy cows, man, holy cows. Snafu, would you please try to bring, I don't know, maybe you're not educated well. You don't always come across clearly, Snafu. Actually, Jack, is think your supporters need to step up, dude. I think what you're trying to tell me is my supporters believe I need to step up. I'm not. Oh, hey, wonderful. Let's see where this leads.
Well, hello, Mr. Talcott. So, I might have had this wrong. I came upon it infamism, or what do you call those? Those little like, oh, we saw moments. Your chat, all these cupcakes, whether I agree with you or not, right? You have supporters that will fight for you, supporting you. But I don't see them really funding or making connections or getting interviews for you. So I actually am here to tell your supporters, let's get Jack where he wants to go now. So like all these people are super like hooking you up. Why the fuck aren't they using this time to like call their local senators or governors or offices, hook up you with meetings or get you connected with other panelists that they go watch every day, or fund his pockets so Jack could travel and get to DC or Seattle or Washington? I see these people really, and so maybe I'm looking at this wrong. Instead of being a dick, maybe I should say, Jack, your supporters, the ones who do believe in you, whether I do or don't, they should step it up, man, because they're the ones who are like backing you up, all this other stuff. But I don't really, like you said, I'm with you. Where's the support? Right. And I've told you like why I don't want to hook you up with certain connections yet. But I mean, we're working on things, but that's because you and I go up and down. But I really don't see these people putting the effort to achieve your goals. Like, let's be real, Jack. And so maybe I'm looking at this wrong. Maybe I'm looking at this wrong. That your supporters need to step this up.
I won't. It's all coming
together.
No,
don't be hug a buddy, fuck a buddy. With this is me being authentic with you.
I appreciate it.
Because I'm looking at this as a different thing. Like instead of hating, talking shit, blah, blah, blah. Okay, all these people that literally talk shit to me, blah, blah, when I'm saying what I'm saying, have they could get on a phone and connect you with meetings. Trexie could fucking connect you with like different foreign type people, meetings and stuff. And she's probably doing other YouTube. I don't see any of these people really hooking you up. They're glazing you. They're glazing your donut. But is your mission being achieved? Have you really got where you needed to go? You get a lot of resistance, right, from the others. So all the haters, troll, whatever. Okay, the ones who question you and but no. Now I'm kind of looking at this. I see all these people like Arpul, any of these people. Why aren't they making it like take you serious? Right? They're the ones to say you're not a joke, you're not a clown, you're not a meme.
How about this? Wait. I got a great idea.
Saying, Jack, maybe they need to step up.
Please, you've inspired me. And I want to share this inspiration with you because it's a great opportunity for you as well. Show your leadership. Show these people how they were wrong by doing what they didn't get done. I bet you can.
I think you need to think about what I just said, because you have many people who have supported you and still do, even if we disagree with you or say, hey, we're being honest with Jack, whether he likes or not. But then you got the other people who are giving us the credit. But it's like, dude, they could stop all this week. How about get 3 or 4 of those people who claim all this stuff, get the meetings in their own towns or do whatever it is, and have you, because you would attend them, right?
Please.
You would.
Please.
I'm just.
I sure appreciate where you're
see the frustrations, because now I see that you don't get support from your own people. That's all I'm saying.
I know. Please pause. Please pause.
Go ahead.
Just take a breath, my friend, because I appreciate what you're saying. But what I said earlier, I mean, I really do kind of think about the things I say. This is something that God is doing, and God has kept me hidden. God has kept a lot of people hidden away from what they could do, right? So we got to learn how to trust in God. Please. It's all coming together.
Right. But again, if you don't have the support of these people other than glazing your donut in a chat room,
please.
Like, why aren't these people funding you to go to meetings? Why aren't they setting up the meetings for you? Why don't you have a team of all these people who want to, and they're in your chat every day talking shit to the ones who say you're delusional?
Please, I'm just saying. Matthew, please pause, because it's beyond just the online thing, okay? Because I mean, consider this. Let me give you an example. I mean, I consistently wear.
Before you keep going, I'm gonna have to review the Grace Thorpe thing. That's interesting. You were on her channel today? Just curious. On the kick? Okay. Okay. I'll do it. No, that's cool. That's cool. I just was interested. Because
So
the Thorpe Road tour with Jack Talcott is definitely not a good idea, but not a bad idea. But oh my God, I don't think you even know what you'd be getting yourself into.
probably not. But
I
here,
know you
back
don't.
back to where you were going, right?
All right.
You were trying to shame others
No, I'm not
that,
shaming them. I'm calling them out for not supporting you. They're
but
glazing your donut for years, but really, and the ones who call you out and that they hate on, we call you out because we see nothing happening.
can I finish my point, please?
Go ahead.
Okay. Golly
Because
jeez.
you're gonna hug a buddy, fuck a buddy with this, but I'm trying to be honest and
Let
authentic
me
with you.
I'm being honest and authentic with you too. Let's bring God into the equation. Into the discussion. We'll just chill
He's
out.
always in the discussion, right?
All right. So it's not just the folks online. I mean, consistently for years now, I'm wearing and promoting Veterans for Peace, Code Pink, World Beyond War every single day in every description. I'm wearing the branding, promoting the goal, trying to fulfill the goal. And guess what I saw in the news? A group of 14 individuals representing Veterans for Peace just met, or a small group of veterans representing Veterans for Peace just met with 14 different legislators.
But okay, but how
regarding this.
active? Okay, how active have you been with them? That's the
I
question, Josh.
agree. I used to go to every monthly meeting in the chapter, and then I stopped going for a while because they
Right. And so
were
think of it this
ignoring
way.
me.
If you had the team of your Glazers down there who were like, Jack, we got you, bro, but you got to get active. Like if you had actual motherfuckers that cared and actually were with your mission, you would have
Where
probably been
are
encouraged to
you?
do that. I've
Where
been here.
are you?
I'm here every day. You know that. I'm here online, offline. You know
Why?
that. Whether we get along or not, you know that. And my whole thing is I started looking at this different. Is instead of judging you, I'm going to say you're like, because I've already said some of the things you say, I don't believe it. You can't accomplish it, maybe to the point of delusion. But
Tell you what,
you don't have the supporters who claim to support you. They're not really supporting you. That's what I'm saying.
please. That's kind of you, dude. You're calling
Well,
yourself out in that group.
but I'm not the
I
one
hope,
thinking you could get to some of these goals. Some of them, yes. Some of them, no. But that
dude.
is crazy that they did
That's
that. I did.
you.
So when did you find out about the Veterans for Peace meeting up with the legislatures? Was
I
that
saw
new?
I saw something on Instagram, I think this morning or yesterday, and I was like, damn it. I mean, I know the faces of these people. I've reached out to them. They don't give me any attention. I don't know
But
how
you
to
said
get
you
any.
said you were going to meetings. You're being okay. So let's just be real.
That was
There
in
for a minute, you were
Spokane.
actually you've
Here,
been actually active since you left the fireplace more than you were before. Okay, so I can't sit here and say, oh yeah, okay. You remember when you were doing the town hall meetings, and then you did the you obviously did your stuff, but I think by falling out and not being as active, I mean, how would you expect them to
hey, Snafu,
add you?
seriously, you're so willing to consider the views of others, but you're not trying to understand mine, and that's been frustrating for
No,
me.
I'm asking you. So I'm trying to understand. If you were so here's what I want to understand. Why do you think they didn't reach out to you? Because you are that person that's interested. You are that person that's been wanting to do that, and you quit being active with them. So how would they
Right.
be like, oh, let's reach out to this Jack guy, even though you're wearing a shirt, even though you're
And
coming on YouTube?
I also returned and was, you don't know
No, I
how
don't. That's
much
what I'm
I
asking.
was committed and what I was doing, and it's quite bizarre.
Well, what were you committed and what were you doing, if I may ask?
Well, I discovered them. I met the local vice president at a bakery in January of 2019. Later that summer, they held the national convention. I volunteered. I was helped set up, helped do all sorts of
Is
things. A
that
lot
the
of work
only
in there.
is that the only other like I guess citizen organization or whatever you're in like with veteran stuff? Like are you in other like groups or things like that that might
Prior,
potentially lead to other connections to achieve your goals, you know?
yes.
Just
Well, I started as the local president of the American Postal Workers Union.
no,
I
no, I'm
know that
talking
our
now. I'm talking present, not past. Like I'm talking right now, today,
no,
2025.
I relocated to a new city earlier this year, and I found no connections or
Well,
groups.
why don't you get more involved, I guess? Like
Yeah, yeah, sure.
or is that not a I don't know, you're kind of looking at me like, what is it? Why does never
Well,
think
yeah. Why does Snafu
you don't
think?
have to be accountable to me. I'm just trying to point out that there's many people that have told Jack blah blah blah, and we come up here and whatever. But then
But
I'm looking
hold
at the.
on,
Never mind. Go ahead. I was going to answer the question. She asked it, but go ahead.
you went to other people.
I did. They're your supporters that aren't supporting you. Like really, like
And
achieve
that's
your goals. Your
you.
goals could have been. If you had real supporters, you would be way
Right,
farther up than you are now, and that's what you've been saying this
right,
whole time.
right.
Well,
And
that's
who
not going
did
to be
you
people. That's not me. But the other people in your
who
chat that
did
are
you
glazing you, why aren't they
who did
supporting you? Why aren't they really helping you achieve your
who
goals?
did you tell me you could help me speak with? How
Uh,
many people
and
did
and
you
what
say?
happened the day before we were going to get going, and then Landry, and then Landry seems to be coming up in a lot of people's optics, like with OTW and him. But
Stop blaming.
okay, but again, I told you, I said
You
sometimes I don't
you
want like
chose
I chose
you
not to help you.
chose to get
Chose not to
upset.
help you.
Yep.
Yeah,
You chose to withhold your connections.
many of them, not just one. There's many times,
Right.
like,
Right.
and I told you why.
You were selfish.
Well, no, if you want, you call it selfish, but okay. But again, let's go back. Let's go back to this. Screw me. I'm the one that not supports. What about these ones glazing you that have showed no support, but they're glazing?
Actually,
That's the point. You could really achieve things if you had real support. I get it.
a-
I get what you've been saying.
actually, here, try learning more, Snafu. Okay. I want you to consider, please, what might you not know? Right? Because I've got people here in the chat that I talk to pretty regularly offline.
Right.
They've
Okay.
been
Okay.
tremendous support for me
Let's
emotionally.
do this. Okay. For instance, we'll use the powdered dusty flow state.
Okay.
You have been nice, courteous, kind, and cupcake to him for a long time, for years. You've witnessed his growth, blah, blah. You even have an ace in the hole where you helped him and he's like, I owe you, I'll get you. Right. And I've told you many times, well, how come he's not hooking you up with some of these people that you know he talks to, got connections with, and lets you and them work business, work the Jack Talcott magic, let you get that 15 minutes, 20 minutes, like you said all the time. Just get me in the room, guys. Get me there. Let's talk. Why haven't any of these people who glaze you really shown us, the ones who call you out, any true support? He could help you today. He could help you tomorrow. You saw they just did the Andrew Wilson thing, blah, blah. But I'm just saying, it's being real. So maybe I've been looking at this wrong. Instead of being so Jack doesn't have the support, even the ones who claim they support him, that are really, truly not. So, and you've mentioned that. You've said that
Would
openly.
you please calm down, dude?
I'm just saying.
Calm down. Just relax.
Am I
Let your
wrong?
be a little bit. Yeah, a little
What?
bit wrong. Things are working out perfectly, dude. There's no reason to blame or complain. There's
So
not.
you don't wish some of these people would help you a little more with connections and getting the foot in the door to some of these places,
Dude,
or just even funding, or just especially the ones who are glazing you?
there are many opportunities for people, and I keep trying to point that out. I feel I'm on my own. I recognize it. I'm on my own hero's journey. I'm trying to become
Understand
a
that.
hero, and others can support me. They can become a hero in my life in
Okay, for
many
instance, when I
different
think
ways.
of Jack, when I think of support, your stuff is very simple. Like if I was like in your shoes and I wanted to get like you, I would maybe have like three of my people that are real close, like say, hey man, I'd love to get in town meetings or city meeting or just talk to people. Or if you go to all these other YouTube channels, maybe hook it up. I know your mods, or you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just whatever. I have not seen, and this is true. The ones who glaze you the most have done the least. Let's just be real. Because you could yell at me, you could yell at Tommy, you could yell at Paul, you could yell at OTW, you could yell at all the people who maybe have gone against you or with you. Because we're not against you, we're not with you. Like we tell you, we talk. I'm just saying. I get when you've said where like I have no support as far as like it's simple stuff. It's not even funding or financial. Like it's like the structured, like having a team of Jack Talcott
No,
achieving your missions, and
I
they're not
know.
even willing to truly take the time to do simple stuff like that. You would literally
Not
wake up in the
yet.
morning and have a list of meetings if
Yeah,
if these people really cared to want to
I
help
know.
you get where you're at.
I know.
Because I know
And
I could get you 20
and you know
meetings
what?
down, but
You
I
know what?
don't. You're right.
Please pause. A couple of things. We've got another guest I'm going to bring up, but
Okay.
what you said, I've accepted everything, dude. It doesn't upset me. I'm not upset at all today. Welcome back, Raven King. How you doing?
Hello, Jack. Could you unblock me on StreamYard, my other account, my main,
Um,
the Sanity Machine account,
let's see.
Abstract Angel Artist? Then I can use that one. It's a lot easier.
You've been seeing Mr. King help you financially and obviously do the host thing, blah, 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 blah. So he's not even in that equation of the others. I'm just saying, Jack, maybe I have come to a new thought. Maybe Jack's right. Never thought I'd say that in a long time, but maybe Jack's right on that part.
It's possible, and I
Support.
appreciate that recognition. Hey, Goblin,
Yeah.
welcome to you. How are
Hey,
you?
how you doing?
What's going on, my friend?
I was just thinking about like trying to like share connections to spread your message. You have to do the contacting part because otherwise it kind of looks cowardly. And I'm not trying to say that to sound offensive.
Yeah, that sounds like an excuse, to be honest.
It's not an excuse. It's just that I've contacted people on behalf of you, and I know my word's good there, but still you have to push for your message. Like a cosign ultimately doesn't mean that they pay your bill. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure what you might have told them, or who they might be. So how do I follow up to who you reached out to if you didn't
You
tell me?
can't follow up. That's the whole thing. Like I can provide you with connections, but like if I send a message, it makes it look like somebody else is trying to go out on their limb. You know what I mean? And ultimately, it's you that has the message.
You've never done an introduction?
Well, regarding your channel.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. I
That's
wasn't
all I
aware.
can do, you know?
I wasn't aware of the introduction, but hey, is this the right one?
Hello. Yes, this is one of them. One of my accounts. Yes, it's helpful.
I didn't see the other one you'd mentioned. I didn't see it.
The Sanity Machine, Abstract Angel Artist. That one.
Didn't see it in there.
Okay. Weird. Well, thanks for unblocking this one, so at least like it's easier to get on this way. But hello, Goblin. Is Goblin being difficult today?
No, I don't believe so. Is this accurate? Were you calling me
not accurate.
all sorts of names?
Not accurate at all. I said I
Okay.
had a good time on your show. Actually, we had some laughs yesterday. It was a pretty good show. So
Yeah,
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I even said we had a good reunion, and people were in favor of it on my channel. It was like a reunion show yesterday. So I don't know what they're talking about. Maybe they're watching some old shows.
Goblin is correct.
What was the issue that Margot's speaking about?
I don't remember, to be honest. What was it you were saying, Goblin? I know I disagreed with it.
Yeah, you disagreed with it, and before I even rehearsed that, for you to dismiss somebody that's trying to do things for you on the back end, trying to get you some connections, to be just dismissive.
Right.
That's one thing, but
That's
you have to spread your message.
Okay, great. Thanks, buddy. Sure appreciate
So
that.
I will provide
Mr.
you with the
Obvious.
context. So
Mr.
I will
Obvious.
So I will provide you with the context, and I will see what you're willing to do. You know, I'm not in opposition, sir.
Well, here's the thing, dude. What's his name? Cage and others. They spent time. I don't know. I assume they went to AI. They got me some contacts for me to chase. And people have been acting like Google. They give me stuff that I can find online, but it doesn't do anything. Nobody's expecting me. So please be aware. I don't need to chase people anymore. Okay? If they're aware that I'm reaching out to them, they're expecting me. Yeah, I guess I can, but
so you want everyone else to spread your message and you don't chase shit. Congratulations, Jack. Good luck, bud.
All right. Oops. Yeah, you can believe that. What an idiot.
Yeah, he's twisting things around because you don't have to chase people in life. I don't know why. I don't know what Goblin's doing here today, twisting that around, but I was saying something similar to someone that I don't have to chase after people. If they don't want to come to my channel, they don't come around anymore. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, that's it. And that's wisdom, actually.
Yeah. Oh, I was curious, Jack. Somebody in the chat asked if you still attend AA meetings and if you think it's worth it. Do you think AA is a scam? Because I've been pondering that lately. You don't?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not. But what I found is many don't understand it as well as they could. They've got it memorized. They know the rules. They know the process, but they don't know the experience. They don't know the full depth of recovery. Now, I won't say there's all, because I found a lot of wisdom in the rooms, and there was some people who were very, very aware of what the experience means to be recovered. But I got bored, to be honest. People weren't listening. They didn't seem to care about what I had to offer. I made myself available every meeting, and so I moved along, right? You got to dust your feet off if people don't want to listen. And eventually you got to stop trying to throw wisdom at people who don't give a shit. They can keep their heads in their mud, keep their faces in the ground.
See value, like, overall in the 12 steps for alcoholics, like some of the people here that are struggling with addiction.
Yes, actually, that was one thing. I don't have a copy handy anymore, but it's a decent, the blue book, the big blue book, right? It's a decent sized book. There's 164 pages in there. That's what one of the guys in rehab told me. Focus on that first 164 pages and you'll find your way. And as I started going through that book and listening to people in the meetings, I was thinking about people who weren't drunks like me. They needed to be there too, because they were not healed. They were broken. They were bitter. They were addicted to other stuff, but I wasn't aware of the magic that was actually happening. Today, I feel I've got a better grasp on it, because it is my testimony. Sorry. What?
Sorry. I was just going to say, sometimes hindsight can clarify things looking back. And you're like, you know what? I didn't realize back then. Now I see more, or I see more clearly. Yeah.
That's exactly what happened with me. And this is the path we are. We grow. The path to grow ourselves, it's in our consciousness, right? The awareness, having a greater awareness of who you are through who you've been, looking at the patterns, identifying your talents, your weaknesses, so know who you are in the small world that you are, and then know who you are in the greater world. Because America, in this system of exploitation and rulership and regulation, it's conditioned people to think small, to hold on to old ideas that don't serve any good except traditions, memories, right?
Yeah. There are a lot of small thinkers, not only in America, but in the realm. Maybe America needs a 12-step program
It needs an awakening.
of recovery, is what I mean, like
It does.
recovery program, because it's messed up.
Well, Stephen, this is actually why I'm on this path. I mean, I'm not the expert, and namaste, this is true. Real slavery, it is in addiction, not in the recovery program. The recovery program will help you find your freedom. Why? Because you're no longer alone. You're no longer facing that temptation and that pattern of thought alone anymore. Most people, I believe the signs are there, but this ties together too. I'm not the expert, but this is why I'm on the path I'm on. We have the answers to bring healing, to overcome trauma, to overcome many of the diseases that everyone's gotten so damned accustomed to. We can, mental and emotional healing does not take years. That's under the old limited ideas and limited ways of thinking, but the entire physical, spiritual, energetic nature of our reality is changing. Miracles are our birthright. We are the miracle of life, and we're a species with amnesia. We don't know who we are anymore because we've been living in this world of pretend and make believe.
Amen. Yeah. Miracles are our birthright. Chucky said AA is for quitters. I don't know if that's a joke, but it is for quitters that are
It
quitting
is.
alcoholism. I mean, it really is. So I
Ah,
don't know if Chucky was being funny, but they were on point.
hey, somewhat from that, AA is for quitters. None of us like to quit because quitting means losing, and no one wants to lose, right? So the key to overcoming addictions is to, and success, anything in life, you want to focus on what you want, what you're gaining. And as I'm saying these, I'm reminding myself I've still been carrying this stupid nicotine pattern in my life.
Yeah, that's a tough one to I quit smoking years ago. I know what it's like to be addicted to nicotine, so I do understand. There was an addict on YouTube that has a channel that I watch, and he has a knife review channel, but he was an addict. He doesn't say what his addiction was. I don't know if it was alcohol, pills, drugs, whatever. But he has a saying, never quit quitting. Never stop quitting. Just keep
Yes.
quitting. And it
Well,
makes sense. I thought about it at first. I thought, what's this guy talking about? Never stop quitting. Never stop quitting. And I was like, what does he mean? Like when I first tuned into his channel. But then he explained it. You got to keep quitting that addiction and you can't go back. You can't go back to that. And I think that's what he
yes,
means.
it is. It is. And hey, Thorpe, to blessings to you for the raid. The
Oh, the
blessings
Thorpe's here to boost, it said. Oh man, we
and
got a raid
and the
coming in.
contributions already. I truly do appreciate it,
I
folks.
think Grace Thorpe likes me. She thinks I sound like John Malkovich. I've been on their show a couple times. You know, Jack, I was on the Thorpe TV show one time, and it was Ben and Grace, and I was on as a guest, and another guy was there, and all I did was make fart noises. And at the end of it, they let me stay on there for like 15, 20 minutes. At the end of it, Ben Thorpe said, "That guy's a genius." He actually said, I'm not kidding about that. He said that guy is a genius for doing different fart sounds the whole time, reactions just and different ones, like louder ones and different. That was my response. No matter how they tried to get me to talk, I just kept responding with fart sounds. And somebody paid to kick me off. And Ben was like, "Yeah, that was me, Grace. That was me doing the fart noises." And your dad said that guy was a genius. I have a clip of that saved. I thought it was so funny when Ben Thorpe said that guy was a genius. Anyway, I like going on there. I took over a show one time. He had to go out for a cigarette. They were staying somewhere, and I handled his show as El Diablo early on when I didn't know them at all. But he let me take over the show. But anyway, Jack, what do you think of the Thorpes? I'm sorry for rambling a little bit there, but what do you think of the Thorpes as people or as Christians? I'll say.
Well, they're wonderful. Everyone is
Yeah.
wonderful. We all are in this life, learning as we go, growing as we go.
Yeah.
They've got a talent and a controversy with them that's recognizable by many, right?
Would you team up with the Thorpes, not just this, like on a show, maybe a
Yeah.
weekly show? That might be an idea.
Well,
The Jack and Thorpe show.
I'm focused on my goal.
Yeah,
And
I'm aware of that. I respect that. But I'm talking like to help you get to your goal, do something to inject, how can I put it? Not enthusiasm, excitement and energy, like a Talcott TV, Thorpe TV team or partnership. I
we
think that might
mentioned,
work. It might
oh,
work.
hey, blessings
Oh.
to you, Mackenzie, for the memberships. I truly appreciate it. And congratulations to those who received. Blessings.
Someone won the
Golly.
lottery. They won the Talcott membership lottery. 5 people.
Yeah. Let's see. Dr. D had no. Dr. D had Noah the Great, Hank O'Flamio. Where'd it go? Lou Bass, Monday evening. I think that's it. Congratulations and sincerely, thank you. Thank you for the contributions.
Is Lou Bass still? I haven't seen him here in a long time.
Everything, he's
He
here.
come around?
I
Okay.
saw him. He stays around. Golly geez, he's another lovable character. You know, here's the thing. There is an amazing opportunity here that's developed in this unknown, kind of known corner of YouTube, right? We don't have, great reach. We don't have any real. We have a lot of opportunities for growth. We've got some incredibly talented, energetic, inspiring, courageous people, right? People who are
Yeah.
willing to put themselves out there.
Just bursting. Like there are people that have ideas and inspiration. I think actually you work well with Grace Thorpe. I think that might be a good team. Jack and Grace. There was an old song, Jack and Diane. Little ditty, but Jack and Diane.
Actually, to be honest,
Okay.
yeah, I'm getting comfortable being in the spotlight and being in the front. I'm not afraid of that. But I think my favorite role is behind someone else, right? Supporting others. That's my favorite place to be, is in support of others. But like I said, I'm sure as hell not afraid to lead.
Yeah.
So
I'm not even speaking necessarily about leadership, though. I'm speaking about as an entertainment type of show that draws people to your channel, something different from this, that filters into this. If you get what I'm saying.
Actually, Grace and Ben kind of mentioned something.
Oh,
and
really?
they offered the invitation earlier. And I am trusting God completely the prayer I prayed the other day, to strengthen my faith,
Hmm.
I remind myself that God, the Spirit, the Holy Spirit that's with me will lead me to find what is for me. And
Yeah.
God will lead those who are intended to find me. They'll find me. I don't need to chase, but I do
Yeah.
need to make myself available and to help others know I'm available. So that's what
Yes.
I'm
Well,
trying to
yeah,
do.
doing like helping God put that God puts people in front of you in your place, right? And then if you help God along, you go with what's put in your path in a sense. You got to take the steps. If God says, "Hey, I put this in front of you. Why don't you take that opportunity?" I think you'd work well with Grace. Do you think that Grace is attractive? Like, if you were younger, would you date her? Because Ben Thorpe has tried to get people to date his daughter, and I had a conversation with what I could offer her at one point, like a building, an apartment, and all this stuff. But I'm not saying that Ben pimps his daughter out or anything like that extreme, but he does try to get her to be dating a guy because I guess she's been alone for a long time. Do you think you're too old for Grace, or how old is Grace Thorpe? I don't
My
know what
son's
her.
age.
Oh, is she? She's your son's age. Oh my goodness. Grace, are you that young? You're like 24, 23?
She
She
just
had a
had a
birthday
birthday.
recently.
She had a
Okay.
birthday recently. So,
Oh, wow.
and yeah, it
So you're
doesn't
not
need to be
interested. She's
creepy.
too young for Jack
No,
Talcott.
right, dude. That's
You're not
just
gonna.
no. I mean, she's my views actually on women in general has totally evolved and transformed as I've aged and matured. Um,
Fascinating. What are your
it's
views on women today compared to the old Jack?
oh, I honor, I pay attention, I listen.
You
Um,
listen to women these days. Isn't it difficult sometimes just to listen to them nag and ramble on? They do they ever get on your nerves?
oh, I used to, but then
Uh-huh.
I found different women to be in my life.
Well,
You
what
know,
about
the ones
Trexie?
like
Has she ever gotten on your nerves, like, talking on the phone or talking voice? Has she ever just think, "Ah, just shut up for a second, Trexie, listen to me." Never? Did your mom talk a lot, like, and bother you when you were growing up? Did she nag you or get on your nerves when you were a boy? Mama caught?
she had a lot of burdens she carried, a lot of worries. So, yeah, it wasn't here's the thing. Every one of us is on our own in our own individual karmic path, right? And I grew up how I grew up. I when I left home, I carried a lot of anger and resentment, a lot of bad habits got picked up along my way.
Yeah.
But then I started learning about healing. I started learning about trauma. I've been studying those things. And there's many, many teachers who are far greater than me. But I tell you what, we live in a world, the whole world, it profits from trauma. That's what the beast system does. It profits from trauma, generational debt. It's all kind of evil.
Yeah. Well, that is true. And I
So,
think that Grace, Thorpe finds you wise. I'm not saying she's attracted to you that way, but I think she has a crush on Jack, not in a sexual way, but in a way of just looking at you as she likes listening to you is what I mean. That's how I mean it,
many people do.
platonically. But
Yeah,
no, I mean, when she's on camera here, the way she looks at you is just there's some chemistry there, not dating chemistry,
right.
romantic, but,
No,
um, you'd have a
it's
good show.
well, this is what I mean about her. She, as a young lady, I see that she pays attention. She listens, and she's got a pretty sharp mind from what I can tell. Um, and so I think she sees what I'm sharing. She sees the value in it. A respect of wisdom is actually pretty smart.
Well, a respective wisdom is pretty smart. I agree with that. I do think that Grace Thorpe might love my sense of humor. She laughs when I'm on their show. So that's a
I
positive for
can
me.
believe
I
that
would
too.
just maybe it's selfish of me. I'd love to see a Grace and Jack show or a Jack and Grace show. I mean, that would be a hit. That might draw in millions of people watching. It might put you right over the top, and then you'd get the influence to be able to talk to the people to fulfill your mission, if you get what I'm saying. It might work.
Hey, how about this? It is kind of a low set bar. Men who recognize women as actual humans, as humans
I
worth
try that.
listening to, are the
But
best.
if she's taking a shot at me, Jack, to be fair, I do
Oh,
try to
is
see
he?
them. I do try to see them as human. I think it's a thinly veiled shot at me. I try to see women as human. I love the women on my channel, but I just don't like some of the bossy bitches, the type, the nag,
Ah,
all that.
yeah.
I don't like those.
I had an issue with those for a long time. And then I figured out how to love them because I figured that's all I seem to attract. I just attract these bitchy women. They're fucking crazy, some of them. So I figured out how to love them. And then by my figuring out how to love them, I no longer had to deal with them anymore. I let them go. And then I actually figured out I'm better off being alone than with another crazy one. And that goes with my bigger idea. I'd rather be alone than with people who don't appreciate me for who I am.
What is that song? There was a song, was it in the 90s? It was a while ago, but it was called Crazy Bitch. I think it was by Buck Cherry or something. Crazy
Kind of
Bitch.
remember that.
I remember it was a hit. It was actually a hit song. It was even on
Yeah.
the radio. And it stuck in my head when you said about these crazy bitches. I just thought of that song and I was like, God damn. Or I mean, sorry, I don't mean to use the GD word, but
I get it.
hello to the person who just joined. I don't know.
Ashley,
Howdy.
welcome.
Howdy. How goes today?
Good. Welcome back. Welcome back. Good to see you
Thanks for
again.
having me back, Jack.
What were we just talking about? Sorry.
Crazy bitches. And
Oh,
the
Oh, I
loud
could tell,
bossy.
here.
Yeah.
I could tell a story or two about crazy bitches.
There's the lesson I learned along with that line. Seriously, all of us, you can call it karma, you can call it whatever you want, the way the universe grows us. There will be patterns in our lives. We'll repeat the patterns, the same type of relationship, the same type of problem. It'll show up over and over in different ways until we figure it out. Once you break the patterns of the past, you grow differently, you move in a different way. And all of us have these patterns of generational poverty, generational abuse, generational whatever. It's been passed down to us. But I truly believe that the new kingdom is here for us.
Yes. The new kingdom and the new Jerusalem, the new
Yep.
heaven they speak about in the Bible. Jack, I don't know if you believe in the multiverse theory of alternate timelines, but right now there's an alternate timeline where there's a Jack Talcott Donald Trump team show. There's a podcast right now playing with Donald Trump working with Jack, and you're getting along and you're agreeing on how to fix things in this realm, in an alternate timeline universe.
That's the one I'm moving towards, my friend. Is a conversation, and really it could be done video. He and I could have a conversation. If it would just take a matter of the right connection, getting in touch with his scheduler. He does what he's told. He's obedient. He's not the boss. He just acts like the boss, and he gets rewarded. It's crazy sauce. This whole game of governments. I was. Should I get on the soapbox? Is that all right?
Get on your soapbox, Jack.
I was thinking earlier about the complacency and the culpability and the complacency of the unwitting, unaware U.S. taxpayer haven't connected the dots yet. This government that we are so proud of is allowing the war industry to profit from the murder and genocide of innocent people. Not just and the war all around the war world, what is going on in Israel, Ukraine, Sudan, the governments, it's all crumbling. And it's meant to crumble because we are created to lead the world into the new ways. And I have faith, brothers and sisters, if you and I are, we are all in this together. And if you're here with me, guess what? There's something amazing waiting for us in our future. It's all on the table, right? Hey, and then why don't we go down to DC too? I could see Ben in the halls of Congress going in talking to the representatives. I could see him calling them out pretty well, man. We could have fun doing that stuff. But I don't know. I guess I just do those things alone. Hey, there is always something happening. That's what I've been realizing. And in some way, I'll give Snafu credit and others credit. There probably is more that I could be doing to get more connected and more involved around here. But guys, what if it's real? What if it's time? Time to confront the illusions of these systems, the beast systems of governments and corporations. It's all driven by the banking industry. It's created by its design, its regulation, right? It's made to exploit from you and me. Unless I'm talking to those who are already in the billionaire status. I'm talking to you. It's if you're not a billionaire, you're getting exploited.
Well, shit.
Yeah. And no one's
I
to
wish I was
blame.
a billionaire.
What's that?
I said, I wish I was a billionaire. It would solve a lot of problems for sure.
Actually, I've heard from people who work with some of the billionaires that many of them are miserable bitches, right? They're not happy about their lives.
I don't know, man. If you handed me $1 billion, I'd be pretty fucking happy.
Well,
I'd be living off grid with me and my wife and the kids, and I'd be in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, and nobody would find me, and y'all would never hear from me on YouTube ever again. Like, it's just, I don't know.
I used to want that. And then I did explore. Even leaving the US to go find cheap land that I could just own and live on. Because I don't care about the nation anymore. I just care to live freely.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you don't care about the nation anymore.
I mean, I do and I don't. I've got an attachment to America because this is where I was born and raised. I raised my hand to serve it, but I don't care about the land. I care about Mother Earth. I care about the animals. I care about people. I care about.
Do you put Earth first, Mother Earth before America and people, or what would you place first in care? Mother Earth first?
There's no separating.
Okay. What another question, follow up. Do you say the Pledge of Allegiance to America at baseball games, or would you not say that anymore? Like, do you feel a patriotism and a loyalty towards America, or is that part of you gone at this
That's
point?
gone. Yeah, I don't say the Pledge of Allegiance anymore. I might stand with when the anthem plays, and I might not. I don't really. I haven't been many places where it was. So,
Can
but
So
I
the
ask
guy
a
that's
question,
on
Kevin?
stage, his audio's cutting out. I can barely hear, but I wanted to ask him, if you were a billionaire, why would you want to live off grid? Like, you can't afford an electricity bill. If you got $1 billion, who cares, right?
sure.
I would have my own power supplies. I would have my own little sanctity of life that I
Just
wouldn't
to
have
save
to worry
that
about
money,
anything.
or what? Solar, or what do you mean? Power supply?
Oh, I could do solar. I could do geothermal. I could do hydroelectrical. That's where I come from as far as my college background.
Would you want to live that way,
Interesting.
Jack? If somebody set you up with a bit of land, a tiny house, solar panels?
I said I used to want that, and actually, I had the privilege of kind of growing up that way. My mom and stepdad were homesteaders. He wanted to be as far away from DC and civilization as he could reasonably, and he did. He did a great
Oh
job.
yeah, I remember you mentioning that. You said that you thought when you were growing up, you didn't think he was doing that. You thought you were poor. You thought, oh, we're just poor, but he was actually somebody that was trying to combat the system in a sense and be independent from it. So
Yeah, he
yeah.
was. He actually he was brilliant. He worked, if I remember correctly, he worked quality control on nuclear plants when they were booting up or shutting down the fission generator. He was there to make sure everything was in spec and accordance. Um, so he made a decent living, and he'd go work 6 months, 9 months, and we'd return back, and he'd have enough money to live for a year. And then when he needed money again, he'd go to work for a few months and come back. And that's the
Oh
reason I
wow.
moved around so much.
So he actually had a way of living, of taking time off and actually living and not just slaving away every single day of the week or 5 days a week. That's
Yep.
actually is a pretty smart way of doing things.
He was brilliant. Guy was
Wow.
friggin' brilliant. And I misunderstood him. And in hindsight, mom misunderstood him. And he was an angry fucker. He had a lot of anger in him, but
He's an angry fucker. Oh man. Well, that can skew someone's view of someone if they're angry. Their real
yeah.
message doesn't come across. Even if they say one thing, if they're angry, the message can get lost. But do you think that's a way of helping to fix America, though? Like more people living off grid and living that way instead of being totally enslaved to their day in, day out 9 to 5 job?
I think that honestly, if we would get back to the old way of living, such as community based instead of state structure and a federal structure. Now, I'm not saying that I don't want a federal government or a state government, but back in the old days, we had what was called community. Everybody would help each other. You knew who your neighbors were. You helped your neighbor. You all came together either within a
That would be
church or
good. Yeah.
within a gathering. But like, if you look at it now, how many people can honestly say they know who their neighbors are? You know what they do. You know their families. You know their lifestyle. You know all that. I personally can even say I only know two of my neighbors, and one of which is my landlord.
I know a
So I mean,
few,
that's
but it's rare. You're right. It is more rare these days.
And the thing I recognized, it's we've lost sight of what it means to be in a community. People have just gotten so used to routine, everything just gets done, and every household in every neighborhood is divided by a separate budget. Everyone's on their own. Everyone's got to pay their way, got to earn their way. While we've got a system designed to exploit the uneducated and the ignorant. Poverty exists. Poverty is what gives wealth its power. And it's been written a long time ago under this current value system that people have developed into. the wealthy can hire half of the working class to oppress and take out half of the working class. It's just a job. They just got to follow orders. It's what it says all these ICE agents telling themselves they're making America a safer place.
Yeah.
It's
When
bullshit.
when you said that we're all slaves if we're not billionaires, part of the billionaire class earlier, I
Mhm.
wanted to respond. I was away from my computer for a moment, but I'd heard you say it and I couldn't respond. Yeah, that sucks because I'm not a billionaire, and that makes me a slave. I'm wealthy, but I'm not in their class.
Nope.
They're in the 1%. They're in the 0.1% essentially.
Mhm.
The ones at the top, some of them have hundreds of billions of dollars. They
Yeah,
say the Rothschilds might be worth trillions of dollars. Like, just
exactly.
so
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
all
they're
it's all make believe value too. Those people aren't worth any more than you or me. They're friggin' human beings. They've just been greedy and selfish, and they figured out how to use the manipulative system to buy up all the property, and everyone goes along with it. I mean,
yeah.
we're watching Bill Gates buying up, becoming the largest owner of farmland, yet he sure as hell ain't a farmer. What
No,
what is this about? It's
to
ownership
control our
and
food
control.
supply, right?
What's that?
It's to control our food supply. Would you agree?
Yes, sir.
It's about controlling us.
This is happening in front of our eyes, and people are just still caught up in the lies, not paying attention, believing we can't do anything. Stop believing that. It's up to us. We get to be the ones in this generation who find a way to get control of the United States government so that we can withdraw some of our militarization we've spread across the world, return some of the troops, redirect some of the funding rather into war and devastation and destruction. Maybe we can improve the methods of educating. Speaking of, I'm watching the news of what Donald Trump and the head of the education department is doing. This shit is crazy, man. We're gonna have generations of, you know what? Praise God. Everything's gonna work out perfectly because I have faith that people will wake up.
I'm not a big victim. What's our poll talking about? Anyway, I don't want to distract with the chat. Forget them. But we're on a roll here. I think we're on a roll on Jack's show today, and we're actually making progress, getting somewhere. How? What do you think we should do about Bill Gates with the land buying up, the monopolizing essentially America's farmland? He's trying to buy it all up. What should we do with a Bill Gates character, that clown Bill Gates?
He's just one of the many actors. He's moving within the system. He's not doing anything wrong just in doing that.
Should we change
So
the system though to disallow that like
yes,
monopoly? That's what I mean. Like,
yes,
should we as people do step in and say, no, you can't buy up all
yes,
the farmland and control our food supply, Billy
yes,
boy?
yes.
You know?
We
Yeah.
we have the technology and availability. The Bitcoin fiasco. This stuff is just one of many examples. We can actually move beyond a money system because the entire banking industry right now, all it is an accounting system. It's a technology of accounting for ones and zeros, adding up to billions and trillions. It's all imagined. There's only a fraction of the hard paper in the world, and the rest is just accounting magic. It's bullshit. The money system is a lie. We don't have to work this hard if we work together, says a guy who had it pretty easy.
Yeah. Well, it's a monopoly game though. Whether you have it easy or tough, it is a rigged monopoly game. They own the bank just like in the monopoly game. They control the bank and dish out the fake money.
Mm.
It's monopoly money, right? It's a rigged system.
For now, it is. And all the evidence proves it's rigged, and all the evidence proves it's corrupt. And all the evidence proves that war is not the answer. But what are we going to do about it? I say it's time to get in the face of the men and women who serve the American government, our diplomats and our representatives, and face to face, man to man, woman to man, whatever it is, right? It's time to bring justice to the world, and that means the restoration of love. Love reveals the truth. It's time for government and corporate disclosure. It's time for the American public to know the truth of the corruption that is this international banking scheme. It's up to us to end it. People created it. People need to end it. It's time to get it under control. And I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, get me fired up and get me in front of Donald Trump, and he's going to understand what I'm saying.
Would you kick him in the kneecap?
Golly, geez. I'd hope that I don't want to. I don't think that I would. I actually know that I would not.
Would you be tempted to at least knee him in the balls or something? Or
no?
You
I actually, from what I've heard of Donald Trump, Elon Musk, even Bill Gates, I feel bad for them. Really? They don't know what they're doing. They've been selfish and greedy. They've done evil shit. I know.
He's doing evil shit. He's trying to control the food. He's giving these jabs to these kids in other countries, I read. And I mean, I'd like to have him stuck with 1,000 jabs, 1,000 vaccines, and he could see how he deals with what he's done to people, if you know what I mean. I don't like him. I don't like that guy. He's nerdy.
Here, it's beyond just that. I mean, let's also not overlook the sickness that is hidden behind the Epstein ordeal. Yeah. I mean, seems to be pretty clear evidence of, I mean, the recent thing from Donald Trump is the unclassified information. Why is the criminal investigation to a proven pedophile? How could that receive government classification? This is more of that more secrets bullshit.
Yeah, we got to end these secrets. That should never be classified. I'm on board with what you said there. Declassify that shit. That should never be hidden from the people. That's wrong.
Well, and from what I understand, it demonstrates sick involvement with the Israeli government, the British royalty, the United States government, many wealthy corporate executives and banking leaders may be listed. And there's some sick and twisted things that have been conducted. And
oh man, are you talking about those, like the sick things? What about the human experiments where they're trying to make pig men? They're breeding animals, these hybrids, chimeras, and all this weird stuff in labs. They've been doing this for decades. Like there's pig-headed people walking around. Do you think that Bill Gates is a human, or do you think that these might be reptilians like David Icke speaks about? There's a conspiracy that they could be another species. Okay.
I don't get into that. Yeah. I don't dismiss any possibility of anything, and I really don't care. All I know is that this system of lies is ready to crumble, and I want to be a part of it. It's my prayer. It's my dream. My prayer daily to God. God, please allow it be your light that's with me. Allow it be your voice that leads me to my greater path, my greatest path. And let me pay attention, right?
So you're not ruling it out, though, that there could be alien influences with this realm, how evil it is. Because when you look at the way these evil creatures behave, Jack, billionaires, like why would they want to starve people in certain countries for profit? It doesn't seem human. It seems like an evil that's beyond this realm is what I'm getting at. That's why I see it this way as a hell realm. Go ahead.
We live in a world of excuses, right? And you can justify collateral damage if you tell yourself what you're doing is for the greater good. And that's what America's doing with this military threat towards Mexico and Venezuela is uh, trying to take over things. I lost where I was. Sorry. It's or where I was going. It's
I don't know, Jack, but you seem to get more fired up. Not just about Trump, you do. You get fired up, but you wouldn't harm Trump
no, of course not.
physically. But you've
No.
said you'd harm me. You seem to hate me more than you hate Trump. How does that make sense? I'm here supporting you as a co-host. You would do violence to me, but not to Donald Trump or Bill Gates.
In the moment I said things, they brought up memories of my past, and that's an example of where I allowed my feeling of righteous anger to move me, and I regretted saying those things.
Was it
It
righteous,
was
though?
inappropriate.
Because I have righteous anger towards Bill Gates and some of these billionaires, families, trillionaires, Rothschilds. They've harmed millions of people.
Right. And the world is going to have to find forgiveness for the sickness that mankind has become.
Do you forgive
Because,
them, these creatures at the top that have
of
harmed
course,
millions?
I actually made a commitment to God because I didn't know what my role might be. But I said I would defend the undefendable. I would stand for mercy.
That's fascinating. You made that promise to God or vow?
That was when I was learning about some of the sick celebrity child abuse things, and there's some crazy thoughts out there. And in this age of deception, it's hard to know what is real, what is really going on. It's the only thing I know is how I live and what I've lived, and I know what I want to do. I want to find a way to be
Hmm.
a voice for peace, a voice for truth, for
Yeah,
compassion, mercy.
yeah. There's a lot of liars, like they're lying even in the chat room saying I took vaccines. And the reason I bring this up is how can you lead these people that lie and gossip and spread rumors? How are they able to be led anywhere good if they're just spreading lies daily? How does that happen? How do you get them on board with truth and ending all wars and secrets when they just spread lies every day?
Every individual is different, and there's no one who people intermix the truth with lies. That's why the lies are allowed to continue. And in every lie, there's a grain of truth. So,
I wouldn't
how
say
we-
so. I haven't taken vaccines. They're saying I have. Where's the grain of truth in that? I haven't. They're lying
okay,
clearly.
okay,
So sometimes some things are black and white, Jack. There isn't always a
okay,
grain of truth in lies.
okay.
I'm
Fair
trying to get
enough.
to the truth of this realm.
Fair enough.
Yes,
Now,
yes,
the truth is, Stephen exists, Jabs exist. Okay. Now, did those two cross? That's the
definitely not.
question. Right. Okay.
Not in question. People
Um.
make up lies about me just like they do about you. My point is
Okay.
greater to your mission, Jack. How do we get these people on board with being truthful?
And that's what I
How?
wanted to answer.
Okay. Okay.
We've got to help people see themselves, and we can't force them. You can force no others. You're not going to shame someone into changing. You're not going to yell at them into changing. The key is, like Jesus did, to lead others
Yes.
into greater. Hey,
Yes. I don't want to yell at anyone. Hello, little Nolan. Hello.
welcome, Nolan. Good to see you, friend.
He's here
Thanks for
because of me.
inviting me, brother.
He's a big fan.
Jack,
Yes,
how are you?
I'm feeling blessed, Nolan. I
What
am
about you,
feeling.
Stephen?
What was the question? Can you repeat that? I cut out a second.
What about you, Stephen?
You talking to me? I'm the Raven King.
He's asking you how you're doing. That's all it was.
Oh, I'm fantastic. I'm a genius. How are you?
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Hey, I do appreciate you joining, Nolan, but I am feeling like maybe it's time to start wrapping up. Well, actually, let me swing back to a couple of thoughts I had earlier regarding breaking free from the analyzing mind and learning how to go within in order to connect to the intuitive spirit. There's an intuitive spirit that's within each of us. Jesus, the Bible identifies it as the Holy Spirit. It's the one that is conscious of far more than what our limited mind knows. The intuitive spirit goes beyond the analyzing mind, and the way to connect to it is to silence the analyzing mind within you. This is why, again, meditation and prayer are so important.
Ian speaks about some of that from We Are Awake TV to silence the mind. I've seen some of his videos recently in the last few months or so to quiet or silence the mind and not listen to your thoughts, stop thinking, and stuff like that. Jack, in the heat of your anger when Snafu was accusing you of things, did you ever have violent thoughts towards Snafu or think that he should be euthanized or anything like that? Like when he was calling you a rapist and all that sort of stuff and talking with chemo, and you never had violent thoughts about Snafu?
No. And even with chemo, let's not forget, he busted into my house and threw me around, pinned me to the ground, threatened to bite my nose off. And I didn't have violence towards him. As a matter of fact, when he had me pinned down, threatening to bite my nose off, I told him, I love you, brother.
Wow. And how many years ago was that? Like, that wasn't recent, was it?
That was in 2018 or 2019. It was when I lost my family and my career.
And he
It's been
threatened to
crazy.
bite your nose off. He had you pinned down, and you said, "I love you, brother." You had a "I love you" moment when he broke in your house. That's
Yep.
almost unbelievable. So you
I
didn't
know.
hate chemo, but
Nope.
I'm the only one on earth that incites violence in you. You hate me, and I get under your skin.
No, please don't
Yeah.
exaggerate that
Well,
or run with it too far. Yes, I said those things. Yes. You reminded me of a memory. I was reminded of a memory from my past. And
what memory was it against your son, or who were you
no,
hateful towards?
it's when I was an angry teenager, 18, 19, something like that. I got into it with some kid and grabbed him by the neck, picked him up, threw him down, and he wasn't a problem anymore.
So you didn't want to shoot chemo in the kneecap, like kneecap him or anything with the gun when he did that. You said, "I love you, brother," and he's saying, "I want to bite your fucking nose off." Like, is that's what happened? Man, that's incredible.
I got stories, man.
If Nolan broke into my house, I wouldn't tell him I love him. I mean, I'd just kneecap him. I wouldn't. I got to be honest. I would. He'd be crippled. But you said, "I love you, brother," to chemo, and then he's never been friends with you since then, or did you guys like? Is
He's
he left?
continued to blame me and mock me and lie about me ever since. He's never once discussed what's happened, not like a real man. And he's never once apologized to me. He still blames me for things that didn't really happen. It's crazy.
Well, it's crazy too to threaten to bite someone's nose off. I mean, that's
It
cannibalism
was.
right there, to eat your
Right.
nose. I mean, was the dude that hungry? You
His
got a fridge there in your kitchen. Like
his
what
his
the hell?
logic was that he knew I was trying to get attention from the media, right? Because the way I saw my story, I'm a proud veteran, disabled veteran, longtime federal employee. I'm being denied my day in court. I'm facing injustices. I thought if I could get the support of the community, I thought if the community learned what was happening, maybe I could get some support behind me and then I'd have a chance. And so Chemo, he still lives in the hometown where we graduated in Colville. And but he's been active with the youth sports program, so he's well connected to the new local newspapers and local media. He does the radio show and all that. So I reached out to Chemo. Thought
I
he's a
didn't know he was
perfect
connected
idea.
in media. I didn't realize that. If he had bitten your nose off, that would have made the news. That would have been on the local
Right.
TV. I mean, that would
But
have he would have been famous for that.
but this is just it. This is a repeat of the pattern that Snafu was pointing out. Snafu was complaining about others, and he's doing the exact same thing. He's got connections he could share. He hasn't. He's found reasons to withhold them. And that's the same thing Chemo did. It's the same thing my union did. It's the same thing lots of people have done with me. And it's like bizarre.
I didn't know that Snafu had connections like that in media or
He
politics.
claims to have had connections to a lot of people.
Does
Hey,
Margot have actual connections as well? I just want to know, like, she's claimed that, I think, as well.
I trust she was and probably is still very well connected in Spokane.
I mean, like beyond Spokane, Washington, D.C. Could she get you a phone call with Trump or with someone connected with the White House?
I have no idea. She hasn't really been very forthright in what is or is not. Nothing has been available for me as far as I can tell. But
Well, I'm going to put out a word right now before I forget and to help you out. If anyone has connections to help Jack Talcott get in touch with Donald Trump, the White House, maybe the press secretary, or someone that could get a meeting with him with the White House, help him out. Why don't you consider? Why would you hold back those?
yeah,
If you
why
have
not?
these connections, why would you hold back?
Try?
Yeah, why not just help out?
Here, I was going to wrap up. No one has popped back. And Landry, welcome back to you. How are you?
I'm doing good, man.
Landry.
How are you doing, Jack?
Truly blessed.
You're bringing in some big numbers, dude. It's impressive. I'm just here to congratulate you and say that, all.
You're not jealous. This is amazing.
Of course. I'm not. No, I'm also interested to see what happened. What brings you here today, Raven King?
Go back and check today or yesterday.
I'm a supporter of
we,
Jack, and we reunited. We're reunited, and
fuck yeah, awesome. It's good to hear. Well, I just wanted to check and didn't catch all that. Thank you, but if you're gonna wrap up, I will not.
Sir.
Thank you.
Just wanna. I haven't watched your today's stream. I barely get a time to attend any of your live streams or any of your panels, but I just want to conclude that you can clearly see the statistics. Your views has been improving. Your statistics is increasing by each stream, and you're able to reach more audience. So I think being optimistic and being more engaged in what you're doing right now, I think it will definitely help you more in the coming future.
Thank you.
I think me being back has been helpful with the numbers. I think me being a co-host has boosted them up. Because I'm live streaming this as well. But anyway, carry on.
Be honest that if you're live streaming it, Stephen, then they're probably watching your channel and it's not included in.
No, I said come over here. I said come watch Jack. I tried to get my audience to leave
and
mine.
Also, we got a raid from the Thorpes as well.
That helped.
That was a big part of it.
It helps.
I am ready to wrap up, Nolan. Okay. Thank you very much for joining. Did you have something final to say?
Sir, there's no final say because it happens almost every day, sir. Just I mean, everyone is definitely able to see what type of person everyone is on this panel. I can definitely conclude that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
conclude.
Before I go, sir.
I'm gonna wrap up,
Bef
please.
Sir, just 1 minute. I want to mention King Stephen. I was
Mm.
your Esoterica series, which you made, the recent ones. Actually, it has been mentioned quite precisely in latest videos by Radiation Matters. So I would just
That's
want to
fine.
mention that. Just check it
I don't
out,
know who that is.
Stephen.
I don't know who that
Yeah,
is. I don't know what you're
Okay,
talking about.
I
you know that
appreciate.
Radiation Matters. Yeah.
No idea.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Jack.
Nolan. Appreciate
Yeah.
that. Stephen, anything final?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks for having me on. I'm glad we reunited, and I'm happy to be here. I don't want to steal credit for the numbers. I'm just happy to help out. I hope you have a great night, Jack, and thanks for having me on. I'll take care. God bless
Much
you.
love. Appreciate you. And to try and keep it under the time, I'm going to do just a very brief recap, a reminder. Brothers and sisters, do you think you know you? Try learning something new. Try learning something more. Let your faith be greater than your fear. Step out of your comfort zone. Let's realize this is our lifetime. This is our lifetime to change this world. So start thinking small or start thinking big. This is your lifetime. You get to choose. You're going to be limited in your thinking, or you're going to be exploring the realms of your mind, the expressions of this universe. Get a desire for life by going within you, getting to know you in greater ways. I'm going to wrap it up here and thank you again to all the support, to the raid from the Thorpes, to the support from Stephen, Nolan, the others. Till next time, choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear. Blessings to you all.